Right, so it's another week and we're back at it. It's bank holiday Monday. Don't normally work bank holidays, but time is of the essence and we've got to get stuff done. So I'm here, Dave's here, and we've got Charlie, Dave's lad, and he's coming to help out. So the first job we need doing is basically tidying everything up. So there's loads of mess in the garden from previous works. There's quite a bit of mess in here. And yeah, we're going to get to it. So it's been quite a productive day. Got lots done. Done the roof, done the clearing, done the levelling, first fix, wiring's nearly there in the outbuilding. Yeah, mine's gone blank, memory lapse. But yeah, it makes a big difference having that extra pair of hands. Got loads done. Dave's still eager.
Not really. But like waste.
Do it night shift.
Get rid of mortar, mate.
And then making most of the weather. So brought the barbecue. I was going to do this last week, but I just couldn't be bothered. And then some food for the day. So what's really nice is my next door neighbour. She's yeah, me guardian angel, and she looks after me. And last week it was my birthday, and yeah, she's made me a cake. She said, "What do you want?" And I said, "Chocolate." So check that out. So for dessert, we've got chocolate cake, and I'm buzzing with that, well happy. So thank you very much, Sue. I really do appreciate that, if you're watching. And yeah, awesome neighbours, especially for the amount of noise we make. So we've got 8 ton of hardcore dropped off. This is for the infilling of basically at the back. The more hardcore we use, the less concrete we need to pour in. So overall it costs a bit less. It's around, I think it was 246 quid for 8 ton, which I don't think is too bad. So we're going to come through here. And we've got this bit here that we're going to build up a little bit. I'm going to take out one of these concrete intersections here. I'm just going to build up this bit because it steps up a little bit. So hopefully the weather will give. It's supposed to start raining about 10. But yeah. So just currently in Hughes Grey, and I'm checking out what kind of paving that is in stock that we can take and get sorted this week. The buff colour that I kind of wanted, the sandstone, they've only got 100 in. So I'm just having a look at this charcoal and light grey and see what we think. So we've got the buff, the light grey, which I don't mind to be fair. It's just concrete colour. And then we've got charcoal, but it's like, it's a ribbon effect, so it's a bit harder to make. So I'm not sure how much you have to spend at Hughes Grey to start getting free t-shirts. I was going to swear then. But yeah, the project is officially sponsored. Nah, they've not given us any money. Discounts though, to be fair, the trade discount at Hughes Grey, if you look on the online prices, it's completely different. So yeah, it's definitely recommended to get an account set up.
Reports from southern Gaza say Israeli tanks have reached the centre of the city of Rafah. Their offensive there has continued despite international condemnation of an airstrike on Sunday when dozens of displaced Palestinians were killed. Our Gaza correspondent Rushdie Abu is currently in Istanbul and is following developments in Rafah.
I spoke to a witness who looked at this.
So we've got some fan mail. I have an idea of what it will be. So we'll open it together, yeah? And we'll have a see what it is. I hope it's a check in the post. Nice big fat check. Da-da-da. Let's have a look. Okay. So, Mr. Adams, we further write to our letter on the 2nd of January, enclosed copy. We have not received a response. Well, what do you want me to respond to? Our clients have advised that you are continuing your plans to access the property via the lane to the rear. As set out in the letter, you have no legal right to do so. Please be of notice, should you continue your plans, our clients will obtain an injunction and seek costs doing so from yourself. We trust that this will not be necessary. Please confirm your receipt of this letter. Well, this is your receipt. So to save me the hassle of finding the other letter, the original letter that was issued on the 2nd of January is basically worth nothing more than toilet roll, if I'm honest. We're instructed by our clients in respect of the issue that has arisen between you in regards to the lane of the property to the rear. We have passed the correspondence that has been passed between the parties, including the correspondence from Anglesey County Council. We presume that you have reviewed the deeds of our respective clients' properties and your own, and therefore fully aware, and the fact that you have no legal right to use the lane at the back of your property to access your property via the vehicle of any kind. Each of our respective clients have defined right of access to the property by vehicle over the lane. Your property does not benefit from the same right. This would extend to vehicles of any kind, including those delivering building materials, other items to the property, and any type of machinery accessing to carry out works. So it's a bit sad, really. You know, if anyone wanted to come and have a chat, you're more than welcome. I've tried my very best, and I still will continue, because I am, you know, I'm not going to go into it, but I'm an half decent person. I'm quite approachable. I've got time for anyone. But unfortunately, we have every legal right in what we're doing. We've contacted the council, we've contacted the local highways, which have been really helpful. They've clearly defined that, dating back to the earliest records of 1875, that there's no owner of that lane. So there's no one to tell me, or anyone else who lives on this street for this matter, whether or not they can use the lane or not. It's a public right of way, and unfortunately one house in particular seems to think that they own it. That's completely been disproven. Now, I didn't entertain the last letter, and I just thought, for giggles, I'll just air it out as public knowledge, and everyone else can come to the same conclusion. So in response to the letter, by all means, do what you have to do. I'm going to continue as I am. If it wasn't, you know, legal, if the council came back to us and said, you own the wall, they own the wall, you can't knock it down, we wouldn't have done it. If anyone who had a legal right to use that lane at the back came to me and said, hang on a minute, I've got a ransom strip, I own that front piece of land, and if you want to pass go, you've got to pay me to use this. But unfortunately no one owns it. So it's just lies after lies, and by all means please keep sending me these £200 solicitors letters, and any costs, anything that you want to do, by all means just keep going. You know, I'm not out here to make enemies, but at the same time I'm not going to be bullied and pressured into doing something that, you know, I don't have to. It's just stupid. But by all means, if you want to discuss it, come round, we'll have a beer, meet at local pub, meet in the local you know, labour club or whatever. Just have an open conversation, because at the end of the day, we're neighbours, we're all here to get along, we've got bigger things in life, and I don't want you stressing about it. And at the same time, it's absolutely pointless. You know, just keep your nose out of other people's business, and we'll all get along. But you're not just telling me what to do, and you're not telling the rest of the street what to do. You know, ridiculous. So by all means, that's the letter summed up. Does bring a smile to my face actually, but
It's still going on.
yeah, I don't think you're bad. I just think that you don't like hearing no, and unfortunately, you know, if you wanna go the lengths and you wanna keep antagonising, you know, just bear in mind that, you know, if you think threatening me with money, you know, I've got contacts and solicitors and stuff like that, but I'm not entertaining it. So by all means, take me to court. I represent myself, and I'm confident in what we're doing, and we're doing it for all the right reasons, because at the end of the day, there's a problem with parking in the area, and it was the best solution to take 1 or 2 cars off the street, because local neighbours have to park in each other's houses. It's like you're not just doing me a favour, but you're doing everyone else a favour. So yeah, that's all I've got to say on the matter. But I hope you have a fantastic day, and I just want you to know that it's not wound me up the slightest. So yeah, I look forward to seeing you at some point, and when I do, I'll invite you around for a beer or something. So had a decent day, 8 ton moved, Dave's just finishing off. So tomorrow we're getting the concrete in, and it's going to be 4 cube. This is going to have 2 inch, and on the Thursday we're going to have the paving. So all the flags will come, and then that's when the magic happens. There's a lot of prep work to be done, or has been done, and Dave's got his levels here, so we can tamper and screed these so it's all level. Here we've got our extra reinforcement mesh for this pad here. I've got sleepers which are coming, which we're going to make steps out of, and yeah, really pleased with the progress. So I'm nipping off to B&Q. I've got a few bits to pick up, and yeah, that'll be me done for the day. So today's a new day, and yeah, we're on with a few little jobs, and it's concrete day, so we're gonna have 4 cube barrowed in. I don't know what that equates to. I'll count how many wheelbarrows, but I'm guessing around 25. So yeah, it's fast paced. It's our graft. Dave will be tampering, screeding, and me and Charlie are going to be barring it in. So they're coming at 3 o'clock, and there's loads of like little jobs, snagging jobs that need finishing, and we're going to get to it. So for any job that takes a while, or you end up having to keep doing, it just grates on you a little bit. So this damp-proof membrane is starting to do me head in. There's only like this last little bit, and if I've got enough, do that top bit up there. But in reality, everything's done to excess. Proper job. We don't want to be coming back having to do further repairs. So we're on the leftover birthday cake from last week, and I should mention, if you've got a Costco card and you've not had the cake, I'm pretty sure everyone has, unless you're living under a rock. It's mega. So yeah, we're on double cake, one from Sue and then one from Costco, so quite greedy this week. So we're up here in the number 1 house, and next door we've finished the wire brushing of the wooden beams. So we're exposing all these, making them all really nice. And he's done all the hard work. So he's got all the flaky paint off, he's de-nailed everything, he's done a good job. And I'm just currently on with just touching up a few little bits, because I am a bit of a perfectionist. And I think later on today I'll go and pick up some beeswax and we'll clear all this, so buff it all up, and it should look really good. So concrete's coming. So we got 5.25 of a cube, and surprised I can actually walk on that, to be fair. Done all the entry, so it's level. And down at the back, got our footings in. I'll show you this. So the weight of this wall is going to be pretty heavy. And I mentioned before, we're going to lean it inwards, so it takes a lot of the weight. It's about 5.5 inches at the bottom, and as you progress there's going to be less and less stones, so proper job. And I think we're all a bit tired after that. So here we have the upstairs of number 1 and all the wooden beams. I've just finished sanding. Like I said, Charlie done, well, he broke the back of it. This stuff wasn't the best, so there's a lot of nails in it, a lot of lime scale, all wire brushed off, and so we've got our footings in, we've got our rebar in, and we've laid some down on the inside, like 5.5 inch thick, especially at the bottom, and doing like a strong mix because the flagging isn't going to be coming till after dinner when they promised it'd be first thing in the morning. It's always the case where a driver always turns in sick and basically they can't deliver in time, but these things happen. It's the building game. And yeah, so anyway, we've got a mix on ready for the flagging and it'll start to go off. So what we're going to do is we're going to start getting these first few stones up here, get the best faces, and start the foundation, because we can let that go off and then we can keep building it over time. So yeah, I think we've got to take out that Goliath and maybe that one there, and then we're good. Wagon load. So we've had our delivery and we had a bit of an accident. So the pallet coming off split, well, it pretty much split. It had 8 bags of cement, so around about 1/4 of a ton, something like that. And yeah, it literally just missed the car. Came over and then on here. So these things happen, but luckily that was pretty good. So just tidied everything up, got Charlie on the flags, and I'll show you in the back. So I'm not too impressed with this concrete. It's still wet after, you know, 24 hours. Not enough cement in it, so I'm not too happy with that, but it will go off. Got here to do, and then this will be a bit of a before and video the progress. Charlie's doing a good job bringing all these flags in, and we'll see if Dave will give us a crash course. So nice and easy. Gone for the smooth charcoal concrete flags. We had one pack that was riven, and on one of the groups on Facebook, people absolutely hate laying the riven flags, just because you can't quite get your level right. It's a bit of a pig, but yeah, the smooth came. We had to send that other pack back that was wrong. So it's the end of the day. On the Thursday, had a good productive one, and a bit tired if I'm honest. So I'll show you what Dave's been doing. So quite impressed with the amount we've got done today. He's done a good job laying them flags, and we'll be doing all our cuts on another day, so we're just getting all the whole ones in first. And yesterday I had a little bit of an idea, or a brainwave I should say, and I decided to make some plant pots. We've gone for a rustic theme, and just clamped a few slates together, some tiles, fill them with concrete, and I'll probably do like climbing roses, and they can grow on there and next door can enjoy them. So plants and that type of thing, and yeah, it'll look good in the end. So this morning, while Dave's on with flagging, I'm filling in, doing little bits of jobs. So we had all this timber delivered yesterday, and we had some 5x2. We had 20 of these, 4.8 lengths, 5x2, bloody heavy. And we should have had 2x1 tile batten. So these things happen, it's just a mishap on the order, but they're going back. And this morning I'm going to be building the stud wall for the bathroom and see how we get on. I might be able to do that other bit, and there'll be another stud wall here behind the bed, which will be for the stairs going up. So we've got our first stud in with all the noggins. It's plumb across the top, it's plumb lengthways, and then when we start to carry the stud across with our other rafters, this will be plumb as well, as it's a little bit out, but there's nothing supporting it. So as we're progressing and we're, you know, carrying out jobs, it starts to come to reality. Here we have our walkway, and here we'll have a wardrobe with a, you know, a full standing mirror. And what you can see here is, knock the drill over, is we are going to have 2 walkways either side of your bed. So to get to the upstairs, you're going to walk round the bed over here, past the window seat, up the back, and you're going to have steps from here. So you've got a landing squared, which is the same size as your stairs, so it's 60 centimeters width, and you've got your bottom landing. Your stairs will go up, and you'll have your top landing squared, and then up here we'll have our rafters flying over, joist hangers into these interlocked into these other rafters. That'll be squared off, and it'll be a really good strong base. So up here we'll get like a 3/4 bed, and then down here we'll get a king size bed. So we'll have our bathroom in, doors going in, toilet, sink, shower, ensuite, and then you'll have your king size bed, and that will just come out slightly. So if you can imagine the vision, you'll be lying in bed here, projector on the wall, massive space, and nice bit of luxury living. So these rafters we're going to leave exposed, so we'll insulate in between, plasterboard, and we're going to hang that up with towel batten. So it's coming together. Loads and loads of insulation. What you spend on insulation now will save in the future, so going above and beyond. Right, so I'll show you the progress where we're at the minute. So we've got a partition wall, which I'm going to do the noggins, and we've got the bathroom partition wall. We've put up one of the rafters for now, or the floor joists as it will be, and then yeah, so we're just working out the stairs, and as you can see, that's the landing above, and then we'll have a landing here. So to be building regs compliant, we have to pretty much, with the other house, what we had to do is we had to make sure that the angle of the steps was compliant. Now, I thought that was the main important focus on this. So we was working out on Stair box, you can do a design and build is what we did with the others. And we worked out the going, the height, so it's 233 height, and the going we've got roughly 244. We could do it with a winder, but one of the dilemmas we have is the head height. So head height is quite important when you're walking upstairs, and it needs to be a minimum of 2 meters. So as you're coming up here, around the winder, around this corner here, and you're going to go up, the smallest or the shortest distance is this bit from that rafter there. It's 1.5, which isn't compliant. So we can't do that. We can't put proper stairs in. But what we can do is we can put a space-saving paddle step ladder type stairs which can be put in there, fully compliant. And yeah, I mean, it's not ideally I would like proper steps in, but it's quirky, you know, it's a little outbuilding, and yeah, it's gonna be really good. So another thing I didn't know is when you're doing this kind of somewhat conversion, and you're doing a mezzanine floor, the mezzanine can't be more than 50% of the floor area squared. So luckily for us, it was always our intention that we was always going to go halfway, and I think it'll work out a bit less. So that's where we're at with this. At the weekend I'll find some suitable stairs, and yeah, I'll show you what Dave's on with, or what he has been doing. So out here at the back, we've got all the flags in. Started on the number 1 side, and then the number 2 side, we've just got the cuts to be doing. So we'll save all them for one day. And quite happy with the progress this week. So as always, any comments, any comments, please feel free to let me know your thoughts in the box below. As always, please feel free to like, share and subscribe the video, and if you want to see more content, there's a lot more to come. So it's been a good week, and have a great weekend.